Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the show format, All Horse Racing All the Time, how it's been, and how it's going to be with some adjustments going forward, primarily live shows, open chat, open discussion, Q&A. I'll be out here live for the entire cards, and how this is all going to work and how it differs from how it's been in the past. Now, for the last few months, I've been doing live streams, primarily live streams. Of course, I've been pre-recording some videos, some news, horse racing news videos, some handicapping videos, have them out there. But as far as the live streams go, live shows go, they haven't been open chat with open discussion. And I have done shows like that in the past where primarily every show is that way. So how it's going to be different going forward? Well, for the last few months, some people have asked, where's Al? I miss Al. Where's he been? Because a lot of the viewers for a period of time, they were used to me being out there doing a show just about every day, covering one track and one track only. And I'd have the chat open and cover that track, whichever track it may be. Usually one of the bigger tracks, I try and bring a quality track to the table, a track of interest where you're going to have bigger fields or bigger handles, more exciting races. That's how I usually choose my races. So for the last few months, I've been putting out multiple streams, live streams a day, 3, usually 4 if you go back the last month or two, or 3 or 4. I've been putting out multiple tracks, and some people ask where I've been, and the question is, I've been right here. I've been putting probably on days where I put 4 live streams out there with selections, preparing for those streams, probably here putting about 9 hours into these streams, because that requires, if I'm talking 4 streams, that requires setting up the show, and also handicapping the cards. And if you've looked at some of these streams and how the audience has grown tremendously since I've went to this live streaming, covering multiple tracks instead of just one, viewership has shot through the roof, and I've been delivering solid picks at all these tracks. I mean, just tonight, I put a live stream out there for Mountaineer tonight for those people that are trying to get their money back, right? And ended the card with back-to-back trifectas, one of them straight, and the other one, the final race, the 8th, that stream's out there now. You could check it out, see the picks. Had some exactas in there. So, yeah, I had the exacta there. And of course, the races with the tries, I had this exactas and the daily double. And I had a good horse on top in the last race. It paid over $10. It was a nice trifecta. It was over $100 for $1, I believe. Anyway, I put the picks out there. Am I playing all of these picks? No, but I handicap it as if I will, because I'm more of a racing analyst. I share my knowledge with players out there, looking to help them improve their game. And for those streaming shows, it's a lot for the players, giving them the selections, knowledgeable selections. I've studied these cards, put the time into it to put together good picks. And if you look at the picks on my live streams, I've really been blowing it up with these picks. So, and I could look at these selections with an unbiased eye. So when I'm playing, I'll pass on a lot of races when I'm playing on my own. And also, when I look at it as if I'm not playing and can just looking at with a completely open mind, I'll see things differently when I'm putting these streams out there with these selections than as if I had my heart into it and I was like, oh my God, I'm betting on this race. I'll see horses that I might not see if I was playing scared, or if I was playing and I was looking at the races, trying to put an umbrella, not take any chances. Oh God, this horse is 2-1, opens 2-1, and I really don't like it. Do I include it in the box? No, I call a spade a spade. I mean, I'll sometimes come up with a few horses and none of them, and all of them are long when in my selections. A lot of times, not every race, but at least once a card or so, or sometimes every couple of days. But between the different cards I put out there, these come in and they pay balloons. Some people might be playing, they're hitting like $12 exactas. They're like, oh, I hit the exacta and I boxed the 3 horse. They're playing chalks. It's just like somebody, you'll win the most races if you play the public favorite every single race. You'll win between 30 and 35% of the races, and you'll lose money. You got to look at it with an open mind. That's what I do with the streams. So I've been here all along, providing the selections, the streams. How is it going to be different now? Adding the live open chat shows, because I've had that format before, and I'm hearing from people, I miss out. Where'd he go? I'm right here. Every single day. Look at all the shows I put out there with streams, selections for everybody. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I see how my schedule goes and the work that goes into those streams and the time. And I'm going to be adding live shows with open chat, open discussion, Q&A. Like I have in the past, a little bit different. I'll be more focused on the handicapping, taking it race by race as the card unfolds. That's not going to change, but I'm going to be more focused during these shows on the actual handicapping process as the clock starts ticking down towards them getting in the gate. And then I'll tell you who I like and what kind of play I like. If I was playing the race, if I'll be playing some of them, I won't be playing all of them. And I'll tell you when I'm not playing. But I'll still give you my picks, and the picks will be out there while I'm out there live. And they'll be out there streaming like they are on my live streaming shows. I keep that out there live. This way, it's always there for you. Yeah, you can come back to it just like the newspaper. It's not like you got to run off somewhere and look at the paper and see who so-and-so is picking, or go to TVG. I have it out there as a convenience running, and I have those selections. I put them out there oftentimes in advance, just about all the time in advance of the start time, not like the minute before the first race. And I get after the scratches come out, I give you the selections after scratches and adjustments. So I give, it's all there, after the scratches come out in the early morning or early afternoon, whatever track I'm covering, they get put out there. So live streams, right now the schedule is going to be, I'm going to look to do a couple of live stream shows with the open chat as in the past, only better, new and improved. You'll see that if you come join us for the show. You'll be able to weigh in, share your selections, ask questions about the horse. And if you have any questions about any horses during these races, ask. I'll give you what I see about the horse. And because damn straight, I'll have those PPs in front of me, and I'll be able to tell you. I won't be able to tell you, oh yeah, I like it, or a friend told me about it, or I have a reliable source. I'll tell you why I like the horse. What do you like about it? How was his workouts? I'll tell you. I'll give you his workouts. I'll give you, whatever. I'll share the information like I have in the past in the live shows. So right now, the adjustments there, I'm still going to be doing the live streams on the weekends, Thursday to Sunday. Probably not going to be doing the live streams with open chat, because there's a lot. If I want to cover all the tracks and get my selections together for about 4 tracks, usually a day, that covers the spectrum. If I go out there and do a live stream for a show with open chat, discussion out there in front of the screen the whole time, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to cover 4 tracks, because that's probably half the time that I usually put into handicapping all the races, and not just handicapping the races. I got to type in the shows, and I got to schedule them and put it out there and get the thumbnails ready. So it's a whole process. I enjoy it. I'm an analyst. I put time into horse racing because I see myself as involved in this business and do have some solid connections in the business. And I enjoy being part of it. That's one of the beautiful things that I love about horse racing. So it's a passion of mine, and it has been. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing all this. I enjoy it, and I try and bring you the best I can. And as far as these live streaming shows with open chat, I already have a show scheduled out there for tomorrow. I have Parks out there. Many of you know me as the Prince of Parks. That was a nickname given to me, delivering some outrageous hits there over the years. And it wasn't a self-proclaimed nickname. And so I'll be covering Parks because right now it might have been a coin toss about what track I'd be covering. On Mondays and Tuesdays, they look like the best days. Then come Wednesday, the big tracks are opening up again. So I'll probably have more live streams. So most of my live streaming, primarily Monday. Yeah, we'll do the Mondays, the getaway days. That's the day people like to come back after maybe they're up big and they want to continue the fun, or maybe they're behind. Don't get reckless if you fall behind on the races, or maybe they're behind and they want another chance to come back. It's like Monday Night Football. You got crushed on Sunday. I'm not a sports bettor. Thankfully I don't know that feeling of being hurt that way and having to depend on a Monday night game. But some people do. They love the thrill of it. To each their own. But horse racing is the same thing. You have a chance to come back, and as the saying goes, all it takes is one. And it's never so true in horse racing as it is in other sports, where you're usually looking at even money, or maybe usually less if you're betting a point spread. Even if you win, you're going to lose 10%, a takeout, whatever the hell it is. Horse racing, it's not that way. You put together a trifecta or a double and you play it the right way, boom, all of a sudden you're ahead. It's true. You've experienced it yourself, right? You're down every single race, and you come down to the last race on the card and you're down $40. Hopefully it's, the way I bet, you're down whatever. And all of a sudden, boom, you turn out to be a big winner on the last race. Horse racing provides that. And it also provides the camaraderie with other horse racing enthusiasts. I've never met such a wonderful crowd before in horse racing. They love the sport. They love their horses. They know about it. You could talk for hours with them. And I've made so many good friends that way. And it's just a wonderful experience. So horse racing provides that. But as far as the live shows, open chat discussion, most likely they'll be Mondays and Tuesdays. And I'm on Parks right now. My big go-to track, I said earlier, I look to bring a solid track to the shows, whether it's a live stream or whether it's a live show. Whether it's a live stream with picks, or whether it's a live stream where I'm in front of the camera answering questions and everybody's conversing. I try to bring the best quality track, at least of the day, or one that people are interested in, to the table. And a couple of my tracks with the season right now, that it kind of threw the early week schedule into turmoil. That is difficult to do that. Horseshoe, Indianapolis. Many of you know I've been putting shows out there for Horseshoe regularly for the last few months, whatever. That's my go-to track. Gone. They're closed for the season now. They're going to be gone until April. And I've experimented with Finger Lakes. Most people don't bother with that. I don't even know if I might throw a live stream out there with that. Mahoning has, it's a smaller track. They have some good races. They have some good wagering opportunities, and people generally like Mahoning. I like Mahoning because the track seems to play true. Some people beg to differ, but that's been my experience, that Mahoning is a solid track, even though it's on the smaller side. So I'll continue with Mahoning for now. But Parks, I got to bring you the best I can, keep the show on the money, and give you something you're interested in. And I know a lot of you like Parks from in the past, and you enjoy the Parks shows. So I'm going to, for most likely Mondays and Tuesdays, I'll dedicate to Parks. And then Wednesdays, right now they have Churchill Downs running, and they got some other tracks opening up. So I'll probably move off Parks on Wednesdays. and shift over to maybe Tampa. And then, of course, we have tracks before we know it. Fairgrounds are going to be opening up. And then, of course, in December, we have our season with Turfway Park, which is always a thrill. The biggest payouts, the biggest fields, the beautiful track, everything on the Tapeta. Very scenic atmosphere, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that Turfway Park season. I'm definitely going to be all over that. And so for as far as the live shows right now, at least through the end of this month, and into going forward until something comes up better, Parks is the best I can give you on the dark days, Mondays, Tuesdays. Get the Mahoning selections out there as well. That'll be streaming, but I'd be on the screen talking with Parks, answering everybody's questions as best as I can in a timely manner. So because I want to be covering the races as well. Yeah. So, but I'll have the information there, and I have my picks in advance, and I'll have them scrolling. So sometimes people ask me when I was handicapping in the past, oh, well, I'm in the middle of doing the third race, right? And all of a sudden somebody's saying, what do you think of this horse in the eighth? Who do you like in the daily double and ninth? That's kind of, then you end up jumping around. We're going to, cut that out. We're going to stay with the race, but we will have the picks scrolling, and, time permitting, I will answer those questions. What do you think about, Joey's Flame in the fifth? And I'm working on the second race, and everybody's talking about the second race. And if there's time, if there's a little bit of lull for a few seconds, I'll take a look. I'll scroll over and bring up Joey's Flame, and I'll see where I picked him. Is he one of my contenders? And I'll at least be able to tell you why I don't really like him, or what I saw about him, what I think about him. So you get a chance to hear what I look for and what I see when I'm handicapping the races, and you see in advance, even though it's the second or third race. While I'm out here covering, one of the earlier races, you'll see who I like in advance down on the bottom, scrolling down below where that All Horse Racing All the Time is. Below that, there will be a stream, so you could see it. But I will be covering the races one by one. And tomorrow's going to be Parks. It's already scheduled. It's already out there. So I'm looking forward to that. So tomorrow, the schedule. Now, if you're seeing this in advance, today's date is November 17th. It's a Sunday night. And the tea I'm drinking, it's the chamomile tea or whatever, because I've been up handicapping since 3:00 in the morning. And I did take a short nap for about an hour around 9, 10 o'clock between 9 and 10 in the morning after breakfast. But I've been up since then. And, handicapping the races, I put 4 tracks out there today. I had out there Aqueduct. I had Churchill Downs streaming with selections. I had Del Mar, and I had a night show in the late afternoon. And after dinner, I handicapped Mountaineer, got my, who I like, put the selections out there, and they made the adjustments after scratches, and put it out there at 6:00 for the 7:00 start, and ended the day with a bang over there. I turned around and delivered for everybody the trifectas in the last 2 races. Gave just 3 horses, and one was straight exactor in the 7th, and box trifecta in the 8th. So hey, so we're on. I put the work in. I try and bring you the best I can, and again, I'm going to emphasize that I'm a racing analyst. I wouldn't call myself a gambler. If you see me turn around, if I lose, say, if I have a day where I play the races, I don't play every day. There are days I get these picks together. I put the time in, whether I'm playing or not. So I see this as part of my profession, this show. I put the time in, deliver that. And but if you see me, as far as a bettor goes, and maybe if I was a big bettor or a high roller, I probably wouldn't be able to deliver the winning percentage that I do on my selections. Who is it? Barry Meadows says, and this is true, as the wagers go up, your winning percentages tend to drop because because it's human nature. The heart eventually starts to get involved, and it's real money, and it's a fear factor. You start messing around, say, with your mortgage payment or your car payment or your rent or food money, uh, whatever it is, you're not gonna think the same way when you're handicapping the races. So I bring something to the table there that I can look at these races unbiased and tell you exactly what I see, no matter what the opening odds are. This horse is the best horse. Plain and simple. Although people say, well, maybe they'll use that horse, but then they'll turn around and spend extra money to box it with horses they don't need to or on the board low because they're scared. They're wasting money. I don't waste money when I handicap the races and give you my selections. So I give this spot on. Not every race, but hits you'll see probably not in a lot of other places. Okay. When I do play, I play small. I play small for high returns. What's a pro player? Let's go there for a second. Let's go there for a second. What's a pro player? A pro player is somebody who plays, and that's the way that they earn. That's their source of income. That's their source of income. Am I a pro player? No. Am I a pro analyst? Professional level analyst? Yes. As good as there are out there, and there are a lot of good ones. You don't know about all of them. It's not because they're on TV. Is a pro analyst somebody that's on TVG or on TV getting paid? I guess then you could call it a pro because they're making their major source of income as by doing the analyzing on TV. That's their income. This is not, I get some income from this. I get satisfaction from this. And, but I can't say I do it for a living. It's not my primary source of income. So I can't technically say I'm a pro. Am I as good as a pro? Yeah. But when somebody throws around, yeah, I'm a pro, say, oh, is that what you do to earn your income? That's your primary income? That's a pro. Whether they're an analyst on TV and they're getting paid, NYRA cuts their check, whatever racetrack it is, or a gambling platform, or whether they're a pro player where their income is based on their analysis. Playing the horses, pushing money through the window. And a couple of people, give you two of them, Andy Serling and Stephen Christ, the great Stephen Christ, one of the great handicappers, king of the pick six. Both of these guys, when they had been making a certain amount of money, they decided to go pro. That's what they say, go pro. I kind of go pro as far as playing the races. And they said that was some of the most miserable days playing the races in their life. They didn't play the same way as they picked. And they stopped doing that and they got regular jobs, whether it was covering the races in some form on TV or in print. Stephen Print was with the DRF. That was their income. The racing, they made money on the side. But were they experts? I'd call myself an expert analyst. Were they expert analyst, not a pro analyst, because that's not my job. They're not cutting me a check that way. But I bring you that. Anyway, so tomorrow it's going to be Parks. I already got it scheduled, and I'm going to give you at least 2 live shows a week, at least for this season now, until the other tracks open up during the day, bigger tracks, which is going to start coming as Gulfstream kicks into the championship season coming up at the end of the month, and a lot of the big jocks end up heading to Florida, and they start racing at midweek and that. This week, I'm looking at Parks Monday and Tuesday. So I hope that clears it up. And of course, I'll be bringing you the pre-recorded shows as well. The streaming, that's going to stay the same. I'll be getting you either 3 or 4 tracks between some days, maybe 2, but I usually get 3 out there every single day. I'd have to go back and see how many days in a row I got at least 3 out there. and sometimes 4 on the weekends. So I got, I'm putting it together. I haven't went anywhere. I haven't vanished. Where's Al? I miss him. I'm here. I'm here. I got your back. And there's always email. If you have a question about something, email me, liveracing@gmail.com. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I share this video with your horse racing friends. Let them know about the shows. Let's make some money, have fun, but with your head not over it. And I look forward to talking with you soon. And remember, may the horse always be with you.